Thank you very much indeed, and welcome to the show. And of course, we have two teams of two itching to have a crack at the categories. So let's meet the first brace going into battle as we welcome back Cheryl Baker. And of course, you're doing all 5 shows with us throughout the week, as all the celebrities do. But something you've done twice in your life is take part in the Eurovision Song Contest. And not many people, I mean, apart from Cliff Richard, have actually done that, have they?
No.
I don't think.
Do you know ABBA did, actually?
Oh, did they?
They did, yeah, but they didn't, obviously, they didn't win the first time they did it. Yeah, I glutton for punishment.
Glutton for punishment.
Mind you, I've got to say, I feel probably equally as nervous on this programme as I did doing the Eurovision.
what was the first band? Because Bucks Fizz, of course, was the one that won. But
1981, and in 1978, I did it with a band called Coco. I don't know if anyone remembers, but it was 3 boys and 2 girls, and we were all dressed up like clowns. And
oh, I remember it.
I had a leotard on. That was the one and only time in my life, I think, I've ever appeared on television with a leotard on. Gold lame.
Yeah, well, all the camera crew was saying, gold lame, look at her. Right? Cheryl, good to have you back with us today. Let's meet your new partner. Joining us for the first time, in fact, is John Park, who lives in Somerston, Glasgow. Hello there, John.
Hi, Steve.
What do you do for a living, tell us?
I'm a buyer in a company that makes flexible ducting out in Mulgai.
Mulgai?
Yeah.
I know, which a lot of English people I know pronounce Milngavie.
Milngavie, yes, it's a big problem.
I worked in Glasgow for quite some time, so I know it's pronounced Mulgai. In fact, talking of that, I understand that you and I sort of have a, well, I would say a strange relationship. But,
well...
you know about me for some reason or other. Tell me why.
Well, via my wife, a friend of my wife is an old acquaintance or neighbour, anyway, of yours.
We'll hold it right there, okay? Yes. Your wife knows me to a friend of hers who is female.
Yes.
Well, my wife is watching this show, so we won't go any further with that, John. We'll keep it to ourselves, okay? We have John and Cheryl here, ladies and gentlemen. And it's welcome back time for Nick Owen. Looking bright and breezy, of course, looking forward to the World Cup this year. And, of course, there are those 2 major events which happen once every 4 years, and the Olympic Games a couple of years ago. That must have been a heck of a schedule for you there.
It was. It was very good fun, but it was quite arduous because I did a show every morning that started at 7 a.m., so I was getting up at 4-ish. Then another show in the afternoon, 5:15 till 5:45, I think, and then another from 6 till 6:30. So I was sleeping a bit in the day and sleeping a bit at night, and in between I was sort of writing the programmes and planning it, you know.
Right. Plenty of makeup so you didn't have the sort of 5 circles under each eye.
Well, it's essential now. I even have to wear it when I go out into town now. Passage of time, you know.
Good to have you back with us, Nick. And we also welcome back a young lady who yesterday won herself £175. This is Tony Martin, originally from Bristol, now living in Newcastle. Welcome to the show again, Tony. Good to see you.
Hello.
Now, tell me what this trip to Paris was all about. I mean, I only have a few sketchy things down here. I want some details, please.
Well, it's one of those evenings where you've just finished some exams and you decide to go to the pub and you have a few and you start talking to the person next to you and you suddenly decide, oh, wouldn't it be nice to go to Paris tomorrow? Yes, wouldn't it? Let's. And we did.
Yeah, sort of thing that one does all the time,
yeah.
Isn't it, really?
Oh, why don't we just flag? Oh, it was brilliant.
Was it great?
It was really, really good.
Because it says down here you decided to go to Paris with a complete stranger. We were wondering how you knew he was complete. We welcome back Tony and Nick. OK, so let's get on with the game. Time to flash the phrases with a brand new game. Here they come right at the top of the board. And we start with loads of peeps. Oh, yeah. Grand old granny, look back in anger, flame at last, eye-opener, and dropping off. What lies behind any of those, I really don't know. It's a surprise for us all, so Cheryl, choose the first one, please.
Loads of peeps.
Loads of peeps. Well, what we have here, in fact, words associated with curtains. All right? And I'll give you your first example of the day, pull, as you pull the curtains, OK? 30 seconds on the clock, the time starts now.
It's what you look through.
Window.
It's where the curtains are, the way they...
Hang.
You can see through this curtain.
Net.
It's what they hang on.
Rail. Rod.
These are like that. They're these curtains are heavy.
Velvet.
No, that's the way.
Drapes.
Yes. This is what they hang on
Hoops.
to. Yes. And this is a curtain that comes down in a theatre.
Fire curtain.
Yes, well, fire curtain is another word for it. You're quite right. Safety curtain is the one we were after, but you really did get your hooks into that one. You have scored 6 points there. I think it's going to be quite a tussle on today's edition of the Pyramid Game. Right then, Nick.
The way you're presenting this show is a real eye-opener, Steve, so we'll go for that one,
Thank you very much indeed. I like your tie too. Anyway, we have things associated with the word watch. Your example being time, okay? And your time starts now.
You put a watch on your...
Wrist.
and to hold it on, you use a...
Buckle.
No.
Belt. Strap.
Correct. And you can have one hanging around your neck on a...
Chain.
Of course, someone who actually constructs watches is a watchmaker. And then, of course, you have someone on duty on the
Timekeeper?
watch, on the...
Guard.
No, there's
Clock,
one of
time
London.
clock.
There's one in London, something of London, or there's a post office.
Tower.
And then you can have a watch in your area.
You can indeed. Go on, try that one. What neighbourhood? Yes, very well spotted. Only one in it. We have 6 now, playing 5. One of those up there, of course, is the lucky 7, but John is going to choose the next one for us now.
Grand old granny.
Grand old granny. And we have words associated with grand. Your example is mother, okay? 7 more in the category, 30 seconds as ever on the pyramid clock, starting now.
You play it, keys.
A baby grand, a grand piano.
Anthem, the
The
anthem.
national anthem.
The grand at the end. The grand comes at the end of something.
The grand comes at the end of something,
Yes,
like something grand.
comes at the end of a show. Big climax, grand.
Finale.
10 just men and true in a
The
court.
grand jury.
Huge enormous hole in America.
The grand, Grand Canyon.
What buses go on mystery?
Yeah, that's what they used to take, wasn't it, in the good old days, the Grand Tour of Europe. I think there are 12 men, or 12 men or women on a jury these days, aren't there? But nevertheless,
jury.
well, she got it eventually. You don't have 12, you have 11 points. It's still going to be pretty close, I think you'll find. Now then, Tony, your first choice of the day.
It'll have to be Look Back in Anger.
Look back in anger. Right, and a twinkly little smile there from Tony. She knows that if Nick guesses all 7 correctly here, of course, there will be an extra pyramid prize to add to the £175, which he has already. Right, words associated with a play, like drama. 30 seconds. Very dramatic, this. On the clock, it starts now.
The people who watch it.
Audience.
The actual story, the storyline. Like in your
plot.
garden, that's it. What it's called.
Title.
The person who actually...
Writer.
The person who stands there and tells everyone what to
Actor.
do. No, that tells
Stage
them...
manager,
No.
producer, director.
This is before you actually go on.
Rehearse.
Yeah, well, long.
Rehearsal.
Oh, so close that. Of course, you stumbled over director. You don't work with directors very often, do you, Nick? Silly boy. It makes it interesting, though. No pyramid prize, and both teams have 11 points. All right, so back over to the team of John and Cheryl. John has decided to describe in this final round, well, as far as they're concerned, their last one anyway. Which one's it going to be, John?
Flame at last.
Flame at last. Things that keep other things warm. All right? 7 of those, 30 seconds for you, starting now.
You put it around your neck, it's
Scarf.
warm. You put them on your hands with
Gloves.
fingers. You put it over a pot to keep a drink warm. Keep it,
A tea cosy.
it's made of metal, it's against the wall, it heats.
Radiator.
You put the turkey in it, you close the door.
The oven.
It's an electric fan.
Blanket.
Fan.
A heater.
You put them over your...
Earmuffs.
Yes, very good, in the nick of time. 18 points. Well, I say in the nick of time, and it's down to Nick now to describe very well here, because we just have the one category left, dropping off, and we need 7 to enforce a tie-break here. Words associated with the word sleep. Your example is bed. You've got 30 seconds starting now.
Make a noise when you're sleeping.
Snoring.
Thing you lie in on a boat.
Hammock.
When you're absolutely exhausted, you are...
Tired.
And if you're going to have a quick sleep, you're having...
Nap.
How many?
Winks.
How many?
40.
And if it's a bad dream, it's a...
Nightmare.
This famous actor played Cowboys John.
Wayne.
And if you go to sleep just in the winter...
Hibernate.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Tie-break time. Okay, well, in the tie-break, we don't have any further categories up on the pyramid board there, but we do have 2 letters. We have here for you now, John, we have F or G, okay? That's what you'll see on your screen. John, choose one of those letters for me, please.
F.
Okay, you have 7 words beginning with the letter F to describe to Cheryl. Your time starts now.
It's coal, it's oil, it's gas, it's...
It's fuel.
It's what you strive for if you're an actress or an actor.
Fame.
It's plain food.
Plain food.
Yeah.
It's
Sounds...
fudge.
Pass. A whole load of ships in the Navy.
A fleet.
It's what the Indians attack, the cavalry's inside.
The fort.
In tennis, if the ball hits the net, it's
Ah, yes, indeed. It was a fault, and at the end of the 30 seconds, 4 points there. Okay, so Nick and Tony, your letter is G, of course, right? You need more than 4. You've got the full 30 seconds to do it in, and your time starts now.
This is a division between 2 things, or between 2 teeth.
Gap.
Princess of Monaco.
Grace.
You get a wind comes in.
Gust.
If you're absolutely brilliant, like Steve, you are a...
Great.
No, it's a
Genius.
soft G. It's right. If you're laughing rather stupidly,
Giggle.
it's a bit of a... And if you see a top-ranked film, the bloke hits the...
Gong.
This stone is really hard. It's... Bam, bam, bam.
Ah, yeah, well, indeed. Granite it was, and you won the game there. Well done. Granite, that might have suited you better, of course. Well, Aberdeen up on the East Coast there. Not to worry, though, John. All is not lost, because you're going to play again in part 2, all right? Okay. Cheryl, stick with us. You were doing very well in that last round there, I thought, too. But right now, Tony and Nick will come with me as we play for pounds. Okay, you've done it all before, haven't you? Yeah. Yes, to the tune of £175 the last time. Right, let's see if we can make it a full jackpot, add 100 to that, and that would give you quite a lot of money.
Let's leave it at that, shall we?
Yeah, OK, well, I've got 60 seconds to work that out. You've got 60 seconds to do your business, and it starts right now.
Hair, tooth,
Parts of the
clothes.
face. Things on the head.
No, you...
Brush.
Clothes.
Things you brush.
Clothes, hair. You're right about brush.
Can we pass?
Clothes, hair. All right, pass. Spade, shovel, rake.
Things, garden tools. Things,
That's right. Sun.
things in the sky.
These are sun.
Things that are bright. Things that
bright.
shine.
Things that shine. Hiya, Robin. How are you? Let's get in the mobile.
Things that Batman would say.
Yep. Jeff Boycott, Dennis Amos, Ian Botham, well-known...
Cricket players. Famous cricket players.
Yeah, right. We do this because we are 18, we've passed our A-levels, we're going on to university.
Why we study.
Why we're going on to university. We've finished with all this childhood activity
Why
because...
we grow up. Why we get mature.
We finished A-levels there, and we're off now to university.
Yep, indeed. You're absolutely right about that. Off to university, it would have been because we are leaving school, Tony. That's what it is. And we didn't quite get round to the types of brush. You never said types, did you? But you have got 150 there, giving you now £325. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Thank you very much indeed, and welcome back to the show. Tony Martin has added to her total of money. She's now got £325, and she's being partnered by Cheryl Baker. We have, of course, new categories for you to peruse, and let's take a look at them right now. Up at the top, we have for you bloomers and blinkers of Mace and Men, One Careful Owner, A Kind of Hush, Hooray, and a Vanishing Cream. Right then, ladies. Cheryl, it's your choice, first of all.
All right, hooray!
Hooray, why not? Hip, hip, hooray. We have things associated with the word cheers, like drinks, okay? 30 seconds on the clock, starting now.
You put jam on it in the
Bread,
morning.
Toast. Clap. Round of
More,
applause.
lots of it. 1, 2.
Counting numbers. 4, 3.
Oh, the last night at the...
Opera.
No. It's at the
Theatre.
No, forget it. Don't let it pass. This person. Oh God, he's not second. He's not third. He's the top.
First.
He's
Premier.
Yeah, but he's the
First. Winner.
yes.
Yeah, last night at the proms, the Henry Wood things, of course, as you say, are at the Albert Hall. At the end of that round, Albert Hall, that's it. You've got yourself 4 points there. OK, from Albert Hall to Nick Owen. What would you like?
Bloomers and blinkers.
I thought you might. 7 things which come in pairs, all right? 7 things which come in pairs. 30 seconds on the clock, fellas. It starts now.
Things you wear at night when you're a bloke.
Pyjamas.
Put on your feet.
Slippers.
No.
Shoes.
No.
Boots.
No.
Socks.
But, yes. At the end of your shirt links. Well,
Links.
over your underpants.
Trousers.
Correct. Over your ears when you're listening to something.
Headphones.
Boots.
Shoes.
No, named after a famous duke.
Wellingtons.
Things the police put round your wrists.
Handcuffs.
Yeah, very good indeed. I'll tell you what. I like the way that John shakes his head and says, Wellingtons. And he's right, of course, every time. So, at the end of that, they've taken the lead with 6 points there. All right, Tony, 2 to make up here.
A kind of hush.
All right, that's what you shall have. And we have words ending in U-S-H. Your example is blush, all right? 30 seconds start now.
This is when you're in a hurry.
Rush.
This is what you do to the toilet.
Flush.
This is when something gets squashed.
Crush.
This is what snow turns into.
Slush.
This is when something is very like thick carpet.
Plush.
And this is when you not pull the other one.
Push.
And this is when you take over something.
Gush.
No,
Mash.
it's when you like
Bash.
dive through a window.
Yeah, I tell you who might have done it. In the old Wild West, the James Gang might have done one of these. So it's an ambush.
Oh, an ambush.
Big awfully posh from Leeds. At the end of that round, you've got yourself 10 points. Well done. I was convinced you was going to say push rather than push. You knew it. OK, and right, John, it's your choice.
One careful owner.
1 careful owner you've got. 7 things associated with the word car. Your example is salesman, all right? 30 more seconds for you, starting now.
It's the rubber thing on the wheel of a car. Rubber thing on the wheel.
Oh, tyre.
It's at the front of the car.
Nice
It's the
bumper.
plastic. It's where you put the car inside at night.
Garage.
It's in a fairground, the kind of car you drive.
Dodgem.
It's a type of meal, cold
Saloon.
food. Type of meal, cold food, salads, meat,
Salad.
pass. All cars, one after the other, all jump together.
Yeah, that's where you have to think sideways occasionally. It was the buffet car, of course. You were right about the cold
sorry.
meal, the buffet car on a train. Interesting game now. 10 plays 10. Sure, there's a lucky 7 there too, but what are you going to choose for us now then, Tony?
Of my mace and men.
Of Mason men, words associated with Parliament, all right? The example is legislation. They're not all necessarily as difficult as that, I promise you. OK, 30 seconds start right now.
House of
Commons.
the place where the House of Commons is.
Parliament.
No, city.
Westminster.
City.
City of London.
Who's in power at the moment?
Conservatives.
No,
Well,
what
Prime
are they?
Minister.
No, what are they?
What are they?
Yeah.
They're the
They're not the opposition, they're the...
Oh, I don't know what they are. What are they? Of course.
This is when you go ka-choom.
Whip.
Yeah. Of Parliament.
Houses.
No, the people.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wrong
it's
one for me.
It's the members that all went. Yes, I don't know what they are. So few people do.
Oh, the government.
That's right. At the end of that round, the girls have got themselves 13. OK, it has to be the lucky 7. Let's hear it there. Vanishing cream, things we can have on our face, like lipstick. OK, we've got 30 seconds. You need 7 for the prize, and you need 4 to win the game. The time starts now.
General covering of face with... if you haven't shaved, you get a bit of...
Stubble.
If you've got a cut, you'll put over it...
Plaster.
Yeah. If you're half smiling, it's a bit of a...
Grin.
Correct. And if you want to cover your face completely, you put on a...
Mask.
And if you're getting old and there's a few lines on your face, you've got...
Wrinkle.
And if you're a little bit angry and worried, you...
Frown.
Yes, you do. Well done. Let me tell you here, John, this is the prize that you won yourself. You have the pyramid clock with calculator, which I hope you'll accept with our compliments. And I'm also here to tell you that with 17, you have won the game. So now you have to wait and see if it makes more money than you. It's a bit like yesterday in a way, isn't it? Of course. Cheryl, of course, we're going to see you tomorrow again at the same time.
I've been luckier. I've had 2 rotten days so far.
Well, you'll be all right on Wednesday. Don't worry about that. I have a feeling about that. I also have a feeling at the moment that John and Nick will join me as we play for pounds. Okie dokie. Sit yourselves down, make yourself nice and comfortable, OK?
As comfortable as you can be.
As comfortable as you can be on these very expensive chairs which we've purchased, especially for the occasion.
I love Lego myself.
Right, now then, 60 seconds on the clock. We wish you a lot of luck. I think you've got 150 to beat altogether in order to come back tomorrow, OK, John? 60 seconds, the time starts now.
Vanilla, strawberry...
Types of ice cream. Flavours of ice
tastes.
cream.
Tastes of them. Right, the next one. Morecambe and Wise, they were one. Cannon and Ball.
Comedians, comedy duos.
Getting close.
Comedy pairs.
Comedy is not particularly relevant, but Morecambe and Wise certainly were this sort of performers.
Double act.
And is right. L equals 50, C equals 100.
Latin,
X
Roman
equals
numerals.
10. Yep. I am a game show presenter, and I'll say, welcome to the Pyramid Game.
Things that Steve Jones might say.
Yep. Leeds, Sheffield are these, Manchester,
Northern
Liverpool,
towns.
not quite,
Northern cities.
is right. There's a water type of this, you lie on these, there are various kinds.
Types of bed.
Water.
Well, great stuff. Typical Caledonian restraint there. They shook hands, of course, and didn't cuddle each other.
I wasn't going to kiss him.
No, £275. You'll be back tomorrow, John. We look forward to that. Okay. Nick will see you at the same time tomorrow, of course, too, along with Cheryl and another contestant right here to play the Pyramid Game. Same time, same place. See you then. Bye-bye.
The quiz show action continues tonight on the Family Channel at 10 with Trivial Pursuits. But in a moment, there's more gameplay, and that's followed by Cat's Eyes.